go.
Alright, what is up? Good evening. Hello there. Today's like Thursday, March 17th, and my name is Sparkane, and I'm here with Klonkpog to bring you the STS Cast.
Up, everyone.
We have a lot to talk about today. A lot. And it only recently kind of developed, but it's not really something that we can actually fucking control. Basically, we're gonna talk about CGL drama, and specifically talk about it and think of an actual fucking solve for what's happening. I don't know. I don't want to just sit here and basically shit on them for like an hour and a half, or however long I want to talk about this. But it has to be talked about, and their mistakes have to be brought to light. While also, I think constructive criticism and giving them an actual solution is the only way to solve the problem. Otherwise, it's just going to keep on happening over and over. In my opinion. I don't know what you think.
No, I definitely agree with you there. Senseless insults and just anything else that's not a genuine productive discussion is just going to retract our point further, and it's not going to bring anything good.
Yeah, no change is going to happen if we just sit and, okay. So, let's go over it all first. So, it all starts from EXO getting banned. I think he got event banned. I'm going to check. All I know is I saw it pop up on Twitter that he got banned. So, yeah, let's go into the fucking punishment log and we can see. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Can invite me back to the CGL server, because I'm not in there anymore. I gotta check.
Damn, son.
Yeah. From what I know.
Oh, he's
he was
not
banned...
even. He's not even in the punishment log.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not in the punishment log.
That's interesting. Tryhard J says this has happened before with Julo Otaku. That's true. I was gonna bring that up. My friend Pyro was talking about the fact that this happened about 1 year to 2 years ago, with Julo Otaku, and the fact that it's still happening now shows that there's been no thought of change. There has been no change, and I mean, in the end, this is kind of the hill that a lot of CGL mods are gonna die on.
I mean, yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I understand. Okay, so Mania got a 14-day mute and a 3-game suspension. Alright, then EXO got event banned. I know that. Now, I don't know EXO said on Twitter that he was being blatantly racist and ignorant entirely. And sure, let him do that. I'm not endorsing that. This is not what I'm here to endorse. What I'm here to endorse is that he did it in a private section. If he does this in CGL Gen, get him. But he did this in private, right? I'm pretty sure. From what I hear, I'll bring it. I'm gonna be on Twitter a lot during this, but I want to make sure I quote people directly, just in case. I don't want to assume anything basically, and be incorrect. But from what? Oh, can you talk about that Jewel situation? Because I have no clue about that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Okay, well, from what I know, it's pretty much the exact same thing. I'm not exactly sure where he said it, but I mean, things to get straight. Jewel said the N-word. Jewel is black. He's like allowed to. It's not like it's a fucking white dude saying the hard R. It is a slur that someone is allowed to say if they're of that race. Um, so everyone got up in arms about that. I mean, it makes sense because I mean it's a questionable move to punish someone for using a slur that they're reclaiming. Um, but it's pretty much the exact same situation, other than the fact that I'm not exactly sure where it was said. But
For
yeah, he
Jewel,
got
I
yeah.
I didn't know that happened to Jewel. I mean, we can go over all the fucking blunders that I know of from CGL. I mean, I don't know if you know about the Junior Jelly Bop situation that happened two CGL seasons ago. No, three. Not this past one, not the one that Crows won T1, but the one before it during T2.
Not to my memory.
Okay, so like it's basically just CGL admins dying on hills. It's Jelly was apparently Jelly had fallen under the had stopped playing the game, and had fallen into the T2 SR range from being a Masters or like high. I think it was High Diamond before, so he was High Diamond and then fell down back into T2 range from not playing the game and then picking it back up again. And they used the seasons where he picked the game back up. So when they did that, he played on a T2 team. They got through like 8 weeks of play, or however, more than half the season. And then they suspended him from playing in T2 because he was too good and his SR had climbed too high. But they don't have a climb rule. And if they couldn't prove him of sandbagging. And he didn't get banned for sandbagging. He didn't cheat. He just was rusty and had terrible SR. So he played in T2. But like it's the point is CGL mods will die on hills for shit that's not in the rulebook. Like I can guarantee you nowhere in their rulebook does it say I have to sign off and say I will not be a terrible person in private. Because why would I be judged for what I do in private? And yes, yeah. EXO did actually say oh shit. That being said, I'm willing to sit down and talk to another person one-on-one. Oh fuck. Well,
what happened?
Headrammer just said that being said, I am willing to sit down and talk to another person one-on-one who is able to maturely talk, be level-headed and open-minded. I have time tomorrow since I am off work when I could do a voice chat.
Is this on Twitter?
No, this is on Discord. I'm not gonna leak. Obviously, I went as soon as Jen got locked. I went to Headrammer, and he made some good points on why he locked it. I mean, telling the staff to kill themselves and saying L ratio doesn't actually get the fucking conversation going. It's just like banging your head into a wall. It's both sides banging their head into a wall and expecting something to change.
Yeah. It makes little sense.
It can't be me, apparently.
Who? Yeah. Oh.
It has to be someone else. So it's weird. I mean, I get it because I broke the CR rule of not leaking reports, but I think that the way. So what I leaked was who reported the situation, or who intensely followed up on a report and brought it to CR attention, and it was going to be EXO getting banned or punished for him. For him saying stuff on Twitter, or it was screenshots of Jackbox games and all the like just absolute horrid shit that gets said in those games.
Yeah.
And they were gonna punish him for that, or they wanted to, and the person who reported it wanted them to be punished because they don't want racists or bigots in the community.
Yeah, which I get.
Yeah, I get that, but it's on Twitter. They didn't do it in your community. It wasn't directed at a community member. The person who reported it, I don't know who originally reported it. I know who brought it up from staff side that's not on CR currently, or wasn't on CR and told us we should look at it and was my main, and who I argued about it with. Or not argued, but had a different discussion with. Obviously, I don't know. Headrammer wants to talk with someone, not me, about actually making a change. So I don't know how that's gonna work because I'm not gonna lie, I don't trust anyone in this community to not tell him to kill himself.
I could do it if it's needed,
Um,
because I'm willing to talk to him. I'm not sure how much of a help I could be, but if you do need anybody, I can.
no, Dash, you should be here because I don't think I'm not here to just shit on CR. I'm here to shit on the thought process that you guys take. Yes, it was the Ren Jackbox night. That was what it was. Um,
Said fucked up shit about different things, but it was all about their own race and sexuality, and
yeah,
that's what
no,
should be excused.
the only no, I don't even think I don't know if he got banned or not for that. I left before they made a decision on it because I refused to willingly sit there and allow someone to get punished for what they said on Twitter. Like, especially when it wasn't directed at anyone. Like, that's someone just seeing it on their timeline and taking offense to it. It's not directed at them. But they saw it on their timeline and said, you know what? They need to be taught a lesson. Let me report this to a console watch league. Let me take them out. They had fun. They made some raunchy jokes about things that they should be able to joke about, especially with I don't know who EXO is. I mean, he's black. I don't know his entire upbringing. I don't know his fucking backstory entirely, but I think that you're allowed to joke about your own race and your own sexuality and your own view. Like, yeah, no, it probably was. It had to be, Jay, on that point. The video was probably what got him over the edge. But I had originally thought the reason I left CR was because I originally thought that EXO shouldn't have been punished or even considered to be punished because it wasn't towards another community member, and if another community member felt it was towards them, they had to be there for it. And the fact that no one from the Ren Jackbox night said anything means that someone just saw it on Twitter and took offense to it. Then there was, wait, Taco, you subscribed to me? What the fuck? Good. That's so odd. You're so odd for that. Sorry.
Oh man.
Bro, gave me money. Sorry, where was I? No. Okay, so on the topic of EXO being banned for saying the N-word, I still think it was in private, and who got the does anyone know how the video got leaked to anyone outside of whoever's in that group chat? I still don't think that he should be punished for saying something that he's allowed to say in a private group chat because a white person thinks he's bad. I don't want to make this about race entirely, but it's got to be brought up at some point. You should probably let people deal with things that you consider racist. Should probably be dealt by the race that it is offending. That's just my thought on it. I wouldn't want to sit here and judge Klonk for saying a slur on I don't know, Klonk.
Mexicans.
Yeah, okay. I'll let you say it.
I'm not gonna. It's okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to I wouldn't be the person that said that. Okay, so you posted the video. Okay, May or I posted the video. Was it posted in CGL? Because if it got posted in CGL, then there's a little bit of a different story. I mean, but if you didn't file the report on it, and no one in that group chat filed their report on it, I don't understand where this is coming from. There shouldn't be a report on it. It wasn't said in their server. I mean, even video evidence. If it wasn't, no, it was on Twitter under someone's tweet. Bro, that's so dumb. That is so okay. That makes it even more stupid. This is what I originally like had fought against. Was this exactly going on Twitter and banning someone off of things that are posted on Twitter? Like, CGL is a Discord league, not a Twitter league. They don't have a sign anything that says we have to uphold the CGL values on every single social media. Unless I'm dumb. Clonk, did you sign any Discord or any agreement like that when you joined CGL? Because
Nope.
I don't remember signing anything like that. So, basically, they banned him for something he said outside of their league. Outside of their league, and on a different platform where it was discovered. It was discovered on a different platform. So it's like it's double stupid. Now, obviously, if they have a problem with it, they probably should have talked to EXO. I don't know if they did. I kind of want to speak to EXO. Truthfully, want to speak to him and see if they even talked to him or they just informed him he was being banned or event banned, or however they want to classify it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they just informed him. But the process still remains, is that it was a stupid ban, and that people have the right to say that it was a stupid ban to them. Like, just because you are on CR does not mean you are devoted to criticism because there's anonymous reports. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Just because people report anonymously doesn't mean that every single report has to be followed up on. Or, some reports have different merit. Sorry, that's not where I'm going with this. My bad. What I'm saying is, the person who reported it, A, should take some flack because that's a misreport, basically. And B, CR shouldn't have even acted on it. Because, again, it's a misreport. In my opinion. I don't know. You think the same way, or you have a different line of thought?
I do think the same thing. It just doesn't make sense to report. I mean, in the video, was the color of EXO's skin clear? Could you honestly tell that he was black when he said it? Because I haven't seen personally the video that was reported. I'm not sure if that was in the initial report or in the
No, it's just a video. Oh, okay. So he's been banned for a while, but he only got unsuspended on Discord recently.
Yeah.
Or sorry, on Twitter recently. But the point still remains that if no one had said anything, this would have been swept under the rug. I'm glad he said something about it, and I'm glad there was a discussion about it.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, the ways to improve this or have an actual discussion to have something Dash, are you still here? Are you taking notes for CR? Because I'm about to get into things that you should probably take notes on. Because I'm gonna use my brain instead of just speaking out of turn randomly. Because I kind of feel a little bit, what's the good word for this? Vivacious about this. Is that the right? That might not be the correct usage of it. But basically, I have some passion for it. And here we are at the point where I was in the middle of. Okay, EXO gets banned on Twitter, get banned for something posted on Twitter, or a video posted on Twitter of a private Discord, and no one in that group chat reports him for it. Someone outside of it reports him for it. EXO is black. He can say the word. I'm really gonna I'm not gonna sit here and say he can't say it. So,
well, I'm not in. None of us, unless you are the person saying it, are in the position to tell someone if they can or cannot say it.
Yeah.
That is just not your territory. I'm a fucking 15-year-old Mexican dude. I can't tell you straight up if you're black, if you can say it or not. That is up to your personal choice. Whether I believe that that saying it is wrong or not doesn't matter, because you can't tell someone to not say it and punish them for not saying it when it's a point of contention.
Yeah.
If it's a point of contention whether people can say it or not, if someone is black and as a black person, it would be popular to say it, then it makes no sense to only punish it when it's in text format. It's cherry picking at its finest.
Truly. Yeah, no, Dash, I see that. I understand you're on here of your own time. Not going to be a mouthpiece for CGL or take notes, but I'm going to listen. I appreciate that. I'm not... That it was just a passing comment. You don't, like... I'm not going to sit here and attack you or attack anyone specifically on CR. Or attack Headrammer, or attack the person who originally brought up to CR in the staff chat about it. They kind of outed themselves, but that's not on me. Or actually, it might be on me, because I think I replied to them in the Discord server. So, my bad. But if you saw it, you saw it. I'm not going to say names. It's not my place to. But the problem isn't the people. It's the fundamental thought. The way the actions are taken. And the entire thought process of the actions, which is the problem. If it was one person, it could be solved easily. But it's the entire thought process and actions of CR and how they handle it, which gets them in trouble or gets them in backlash with the community. I don't know if you agree on that, but I think most of us don't like the way CR handles things.
Yeah, CR is definitely known for mishandling a lot of shit.
We have numerous cases in the past of them mishandling things. We talked about 3 on this podcast alone. Like, right now, we've brought up 3, and I guarantee there's more. And I can just bring those up later, or we can make a note of them later. But the point is that the fundamental thought process of how they hand out punishments and what they decide to punish and for the amount of time they punish is fucked. Entirely fucked. The way they have to course correct everything, what they're doing. They have to course correct where CR is right now. And if you want me to be honest with you, the way that happens is if you change of guard. You need a change of guard for that to happen. You need new minds in there, you need new ways of thinking, and you need people with a different take than who's in there right now that has say, and their say will be respected. Because that's the most important. Because I can sit here and talk to you and talk on your ear for hours, but if you're not going to actually truly listen to what I have to say, then why am I talking? Like, I would... Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not sure, like, isn't CR, like, only 3 people?
No. CR is a... sorry. I just saw something on Twitter. CR is a collection of multiple people. Now, official CR and CR trials that still do CR things are different. Everyone gets a say, even if you're a trial. I got a say in things, even when I was a trial. I never got promoted to actual CR. I was in CR for like 2 months, or maybe a month and a half. I don't remember. But while I was there, I noticed the same problem and tried bringing it up, especially on the Twitter thing. That's where I started bringing it up, and decided that no one was going to listen to me on the topic, so why waste my breath? And I left. I don't think it was smart of me to leave, to be honest, because I think that I could have achieved change, or maybe fought for things I'm passionate about on there. 3 fully active CR, but there's a fuck ton of like part-timers, is basically. By trial, I mean part-timers. There's still, I think there's like, Dash, is there like 4 or 5 part-timers, like trials, like including Lucy, because I'm not counting Lucy as a full-time. I'll count Laura as a full-time. Laura, Ninja, you as full-time. Let's see this in like 10 of... Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a good group of them. There is a collective there. But the problem is they don't use their fucking brain correctly. Or...
Yeah.
It's filled with an echo chamber, basically, is what I'm saying. There's an echo chamber of people saying and agreeing on basically everything. And a challenging ideal of thought wasn't respected and wasn't given any time. So I felt that I was useless there. especially because nothing was going to happen, and I kind of ran out. Yeah, I know that. Lucy doesn't really handle cases and then talks in general and gets clowned on. And I don't think that anyone deserves to be clowned on in CR because it's an unpaid position and you guys are, like, volunteering to do it. But I think that it's a fucking echo chamber and you guys are not doing it correctly, in my opinion. Now,
everyone can put their 2 cents in on whether something is being done correctly or not, but it's up to CGL to actually like implement those ideas that we're giving. We can give CGL as much time and effort into telling them, hey, you guys gotta fucking change this. But until they actually say, oh, we actually probably do, nothing is gonna get done.
Yeah, and I don't think anything has been done. To be truly honest with you, I'm pretty sure CGL's been at odds, or the community's been at odds with CGL since before last CGL season. There was some other dumb shit that got put out, and the community went at the team, or the CR team, and nothing changed. It was just cracked down harder on what they're already doing. And I hope that at this time they realize that that is not the way to do it, and that's not going to how you're going to get back in the eyes of the community. I mean, hell, there was a whole ass town hall over CGL, and shit still hasn't changed. Now, that being said, you're trusting the Overwatch community to give you actually good ideas, and especially with the people that are in this community. Not that I think any of you are stupid, but as a collective, we're fucking morons. And we express things in terrible ways when we need to express them in a, like, constructive criticism type of way. We need to give them a solution. We can't just say, hey, this is wrong, fix it, without giving them a solution. And the part is that we don't have the solutions. Or we weren't giving them. And if we did give them, it didn't change. Lux, I kind of agree. I don't think much is going to change from all this anyways. But Handrammer said he was open to have a one-on-one discussion with someone. Obviously, I'm going to keep on doting on that. He doesn't want it to be me, and I understand why. I'll say that.
If there's a representative of people, or if there was a representative of people that is well-liked, that can actually get some ideas across, not just their own ideas, but more the idea of people who actually, like, because if you just have one person on to talk about their ideas, then, I mean, that's just practically just adding another admin. That's just their ideas alone.
Yeah,
you need to implement the group. You need a representative.
Which is why I said that there needs to be a change of guard, because adding one person into CR that thinks like us won't change the vote.
Yeah.
It'll be one vote for no with an overwhelming positive no. Especially because CR has shown that they can't be forced to think critically on situations. They can't be forced. They can't be trusted to think critically and change their mind when given sufficient evidence. Or a sufficient logical way of thinking. So it's come to the point where it needs a change of guard, in my opinion. And by that, I mean overhaul that shit. Like, take anyone that's been there for, like, 3+ seasons, rotate. They go out.
Are you proposing, like, some sort of government-esque election type?
I mean, I think so. I don't think having someone in power endlessly suits an ever-changing community. I mean, and I don't know about you, but from the time I was 15 you know what? Actually, I'll go about it this way. From the time I joined the Overwatch community in 2020, and it's 2022 now, I've been here for 2 years, basically, it has changed dramatically in what is being allowed to be said, what is being cracked down on, and just the new group of people that have gained voices with the ones leaving and their ideals of thought. It's an ever-changing community with ever-changing groups that are being represented. Of all different races, of all different genders, of all different sexes. Everything. Everything is being represented. And the fact that you have people, or have a group of people on CR that have been there for too long and are using the old way of thinking for new age problems, it's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
That's weirdly similar to, I mean, pretty much our style of government. I could go on about how much I hate the American government system. But what you're saying about the fact that we need new people to fill in the role of representatives of a ever growing population of players. Like you take the average console watch player's like career span, which is 1 to 3 seasons of console, starting T1 to T2, ending T3, T4. When you have the same people throughout that lifespan, throughout another lifespan, just staying there for staying there for like multiple years, you're not bringing any new ideas in. No matter how many more people you add, the old ideas that still stay will linger until they're all gone. You need to get them out.
And not only that, it's that the people who have been there, yeah, no, I'll agree with that, KGB. I'll talk on that in a second. The problem is that the people that come in get trained by the old guard into their way of thinking. And the people that get accepted are sometimes usually in good graces with the old guard. So if they're in graces, that means that it could be yes men. So it's more of an echo chamber than it is an actual changing environment. And yeah. I think we've seen the extent that an echo chamber has gotten them. And it's with a community that hates them, but will play in their league because it's the only thing. They'll play in the league because Headrammer is the GOAT. I will say that. Headrammer does so much for this league, and I don't want any shit to go on him. This is not his fault that it has gone like this. No one knows what to do correctly.
Yeah.
I mean, Overwatch has been a game for like 6 years, 5, 6 years. Like, no one thought that having a CR administration for a console launch Overwatch League would get to this point. And I don't blame Headrammer for that. Now, I do think that Headrammer could get a little bit more radical in his changes, in my opinion. But I understand why he doesn't.
Yeah.
But I don't want to discredit anything he does, because he has built the site that we use from scratch and innovated the way that it's been done.
Definitely. Think of what's stake for CGL here. In 2 days from now, what is CGL going to lose if they do nothing?
Nothing. They don't lose anything.
Yeah. Besides, if they gain something, they gain, people's favor. They win, a better reputation. They lose absolutely nothing. Their reputation's shit already. It's not going to get better until they actually change something. And I feel like we've been over this point many times. It's the fact that
there's an unwillingness of change.
Yeah, we've been told, we'll listen.
Yeah, I know he doesn't work CR, but he doesn't work CR cases, but he throws his opinion in to CR matters. He has thrown his opinion into cases that I've worked and helped me with them. So
we're always told, like, we'll listen. We'll listen, we'll think about your problems, and we'll get back to you. They get back to us saying, we thought about it, we're not going to change shit. Yeah. We don't want you guys to listen. We need you guys to do something. There's
no more time for pandering to us. It is time for action, is basically the thing.
Of course.
Like,
yeah.
Overwatch 2 is coming out soon. You're going to get a whole crop of new console watch players. And then you're going to run into this same problem, except on a massive scale. And I can guarantee you this, that people that talk on Twitter are going to influence a lot more people than they do right now if the community gets bigger. And it's going to be even a bigger, like, rift between the players and CR. And I think that's just going to lead to more chaos, and hopefully it doesn't, but God forbid it might lead to the downfall of CGL. Because who's going to want to play in a league that's ass backwards? Its enforcement group is ass backwards. I personally don't. I'll play in it, but I don't want to be a captain or don't want to be investigated ever again because this shit's annoying. And I don't want to involve myself with CR currently, nor maybe not in the future either, because I think that I honestly don't think that I'm the person that people are looking for. And I think that a lot of people have to be humbled by that also, that they're not the fucking solution to it. You like need some actual fucking free thinkers and people that want to change shit. But there's a difference. They have to be like a little bit younger and have to relate to the incoming crop. You need a representative for like ages and shit too.
Everybody wants to be the messiah. Everybody wants to be like, I'm the one who's gonna bring change. If you don't accept the ideas of others and like genuinely jurisdict other people's, you can't just be like, yes, that's a good idea. Yes, I'm gonna agree with the population. I'm gonna agree with everybody saying that we need change, and then I'm just gonna give my own ideas. This is gonna go south. It's just gonna fall apart.
Yeah.
Nothing is built to last forever. CGL, the rule system isn't built to last forever. The people aren't built to last forever. The ideas aren't built to last forever. Which is why we need a constant new crop of people coming into positions of power. Like, the top power, of course, that should be handed to people who have been there for a bit. People who have been there for over a year or two.
I don't think CGL. I don't think Headrammer should leave. Or I'm not saying that. I don't think you're saying that either.
Not at all.
I don't want to take words out of your mouth, or like put words in your mouth. Sorry. But like, basically, our problem is there's no change being happened in the most important part of the league, which is the enforcement. Like, who the community gets handed down punishments from, and who is always going to be in the bad graces of the community. There's no change there. They don't care that we've said something over and over and over, and it shows. Now, if you want me to keep it a buck with you, I don't think that this is going to change change much shit either, because I don't think that people are actually going to fucking listen to it and take it. But I think we know what actually has to change. Now, KGB brought up a point in chat, and I'll read it verbatim. You can see it on your screen also. The core issues I found with CGLCR is that they look at everything as black or white, and it's okay or it's not okay when it's more of a gray area. And as someone who's been in CCR, I agree with this entirely. And I think that the Twitter shit that I argued about and then left over was definitely a gray area thing. It's not a... There's a reason why the law is interpreted many ways, and why it's manipulated and interpreted to different situations, because it wasn't meant to be black and white. There are some things that are incredibly black or white, and some things that shouldn't be touched. And if someone says, oh, you want to allow, fucking pedos or just genuine terrible people in, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm arguing is this stupid shit that they pull. Like, shit over Twitter. Shit's like, stuff like this. This is the gray area. They have their black and white extremes. Okay, but their middle area, their gray area, isn't refined. And it's showed that it isn't refined, and I agree with that entirely. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. But, yeah, I'm exacerbated at the problem at this point. I think without radical change in who's making decisions, anything will change. And I don't think that there will be a radical change in who's making the decisions. Yeah. So it's like talking to a fucking wall.
We need to put something at stake for CGL. We need to make sure that CGL loses or has something at stake so that they know that they need to change. Words on a fucking podcast mean as much to them as if I shit on the roof. I don't know why I said shit on the roof. But they're gonna wipe it off. They're gonna wipe my shit off the roof. They're gonna spray it, and they're gonna be done with it. You know, they don't have to deal with it after everything's said and done. After everything's said and done, we should try to make sure that we leave a lasting mark. Which is why I highly encourage. I can't control anyone, but I highly encourage, if no changes is brought, don't play. Just
now I
stop
understand.
playing.
I
Yeah.
understand that's super hard to do because most of the people
Of
that play
course.
CGL want to win or want to
Yeah.
play, but
And what else are you gonna play other than CGL?
that's true. But it's I mean I guess it's time to find shit leagues at this point. Find leagues that just aren't good or aren't
Yeah.
at the CGL level. Like hurt them somewhere. Like even like if they notice a significant turnover rate that's not being fulfilled, I think change might happen. But yeah, no. Dash said, I don't know if it's talking to a wall, but yeah, the people there aren't going to change. And I agree with that. And I think that honestly, I don't want one of the people I vouched for in private was you, Dash, because I do think that you have a solid head on your shoulders and were one of the few people that actually gave my argument over the Twitter shit any actual fucking valid criticism and talked to me. What's this about? CGL being fucking dumb. So, the usual. But, yeah, no, in my opinion entirely, I think that the old guard has to go. And if they don't understand, that it's their time to go, then we as a community need to do something that shows them it's their time. And I don't think talking on Twitter or blowing up general chat is going to be enough. But, I mean, that requires us as a community to come together and figure out what's going to be enough. And that's going to be the hardest part because that means we have to come together as a community. So, I mean, obviously, that's the hardest part is consoling a group of people online. Especially because when you're online, there's no accountability, and your own personal thoughts or your own personal desire can just outweigh your thought of the group. So it's super hard to do. Do I think it's possible, though? Yes. Do I think that there's enough people with enough audience to actually influence change? I do. But we just have to find those people that should be influencing the change and work from there. And I think that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than a change of guard, I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't know, I don't know. We're 48 minutes in, and I feel like I exacerbated my point.
I mean, yeah, you can only say it as many times as you can until...
I mean,
you can say it as much as you want. Shit needs to change. That's the main point. If you're going to sleep tonight, make sure that you know, hey, my console league should change.
Yeah. I mean, we were supposed to have a guest on. I don't know if he's...
I think he's fucking dead.
Is he dead? Yeah, he might be dead. He was supposed to be ready for this cast 15 minutes ago. So
yeah,
we could have actually talked about other dumb shit.
Yeah, about how I'm amazing.
Yeah, this week was the extra time that we got was very rushed. Or this episode was the start time was very rushed. Yeah, Stingy's okay. Not Stingy. Snoozy's supposed to be on. Jay wants an invite, and I am down to... Jay, do I have you as a friend?
I'm down to get Jay.
Yeah, if you want to add Jay to this call, or if you want to make a different group chat, and then we can add Jay in that way. Because Jay, I don't have you added as a friend on Discord, but that's where we're doing this. As a heads up. So, actually, I might. Do I? Hold on. Fuck. Give me a quick second. I'll make this. We're doing this shit live. I could like run us into a fucking ad. I could run a 60-second ad right now. But okay, this is you. Awesome. All right, I just sent you a friend request on Discord real quick. Yeah. You can probably hear me typing right now. Yeah, no, I'm down. No, we haven't talked about last week's games, and I don't think we're going to use this episode to talk about CCC over last week's games. I think we're going to use next episode to talk about week 6 games and pre-playoff shit. This was more of a... This was originally supposed to be Snoozy going fucking nutty on whoever he wanted to talk about. But...
Yeah.
Okay. Hold up. Let's see here. I gotta make a new fucking group chat real quick. God damn it. And then we can actually add people into this as we go. Clonk, I'm gonna start a call there.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright, Clonk's back. There we go. What's good, Jay? Once you're unmuted.
Good morning.
Hello. Alright.
Good evening.
Now, you are the resident person in Renan here. So,
yeah.
What are your thoughts on everything that Clonk and I have said on the podcast so far?
I think everything is pretty nice, and I have agreed with everything from what you said from the beginning.
Damn, yo, Mike, some shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm outside, and yeah.
You're. Hold up.
I was joking, and honestly, I didn't expect it to happen. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, that works. Bob, I'm not putting him on this fucking cast. We're talking about serious shit. No. Fuck out of here. Yeah, no. So say what you said again from my first question. I just turned you up in Discord.
Wait, what was your question again?
What do you think of everything that's been said so far on the podcast, and do you have anything to add to it?
No, I pretty much agree with it, but yeah, that's it. I had something I said in chat.
Okay, Clonk. Can I ask you, did anyone in that group chat where Exa said it report it? Have you guys talked about it, and did it get reported from there?
I'm pretty sure someone replied to it, replied with a video under some random tweet just to fuck with Exa. But, none of us really cared, and we thought it was, okay.
Okay, so...
none of us wanted to report it, because none of us really, actually cared about getting banned.
Yeah, I would get EXO to come on, but I'm worried that he'll break Twitch TOS.
He's in a movie right now, so...
He's what?
He's watching a movie right now.
Oh, that bastard. Yeah, no, I would actually get him on, but he'll break TOS entirely. I do not trust him for a second to not say the N-word.
Yo, Boeing, watch this one.
Yeah, let's go! No, but that basically confirms the point that we talked about earlier, that no one from that inside that chat that could have reported it and said I'm offended or I'm being attacked by it did. So, therein point, CGL shouldn't have brought that shit up. In my fucking thoughts. Now, I don't know if anyone else, there was a fuck ton of people on Twitter talking about this. Now, where the fuck are they? Where are you bastards?
What are you looking for?
Give us viewers, guys. Come on.
Yeah, give us. Where are the Twitter users at?
Where are the Twitter fans?
True. No, but okay. So you literally just said, Jay, you literally just said invite and just didn't think I would actually do it, huh?
Yeah. I suppose.
You
We're
forget
still in
how
bumfuck
hung...
New Mexico.
Bro, facts.
I'm in the middle of like farmland in Virginia, so
Jesus, where are you? How did you get there?
How did you teleport to Virginia? How? How, Sway? Explain. Oh, okay.
God damn.
I'm gonna open this on stream actually. I'm gonna title this J moment. And then put it on stream. What the fuck? What did you put? Okay. Hold up. I can take the Boo meme that I had from last week and just replace it. Alright, this is a what the fuck? Wait. It's too big on stream. Hold up. God damn, why did this picture act like this? Alright, this is our third guest for the podcast. This fucking sunset view. It's going in the left. It's going on the
Raw
left.
as hell.
I got clunked last night after I told him to invite me so we could duo, and it was
You're
just
such a bitch. You're so...
Bob has serious things to say. Do I trust him?
No.
Sure, I kind of want to trust him. Just a little bit.
This is gonna be a podcast with Jay, Bob Waffle, Clonkpog, and Spark NA.
We could get 02 and Stingy in.
You make questionable choices.
We can get the entire community in. Let's get an open mic.
Yeah, yo, everyone who's watching the podcast, hop in T2 general chat.
I'll actually do
Voice
that, though.
chat.
That's the thing. I will go in there.
Do it. Let's go. Only rule is no slurs or else...
I don't
We'll
want to get
kill you.
banned on Twitter. Or
Yeah.
not on Twitter.
You say slur, we just end the podcast ASAP.
Yeah.
So.
If you say a slur, I have to edit it out in the YouTube video. And that makes me sad.
Yeah.
That means I have to fucking exert myself to edit. Alright, this picture's not with the Bobcast. Alright. I don't think we're going anywhere from here. I think we got a good solid like 45 minutes of actual fucking discussion in though.
Yeah, the rest of it was just talking about Jay.
Yeah, there's been some bullshit. But Jay did confirm that no one in that group chat posted it, and that was kind of the most important part. Alright, Anyone? Okay, final calls in the fucking chat. Say something constructive, or I'm ending the stream.
And if there's nothing else,
I think that's
yeah, if there's nothing else,
okay. Yeah.
make sure to tune in next week. Next week
True.
we'll tell you guys.
Tune in next week for actual CCC content.
Yeah,
and not,
actual CCC.
And not rant content. But I think rant content is necessary.
It's very fun.
It was. This is gonna
I hope you all enjoyed it.
This is gonna be on YouTube like almost immediately. So basically, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm exporting to YouTube, so that you can either clip it there or clip it on here with shit that you want. Rant content kind of fire. That means a lot coming from you, Dash. I might have to just like go to European country and kiss you, maybe. I might have to.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, Clonk, you got any last words?
Nothing much. Just make sure that you do your homework today. Make sure everyone's having a good day. CGL CR. If there's anything to take away from this, I know practically none of you guys are watching this, but if there's anybody watching this who you can even make a small amount of change, try. Because it doesn't matter how small or how big your voice is. The more people who do it, no matter the size, as long as there's a lot of people doing it, or even one, change will happen. As long as you believe and commit to it.
True. I agree with that. Jay, you have anything constructive to say?
Nope. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye, Jay. Damn. I can't believe I made a whole ass other group chat. Other than that, STS Cast, next week, not at the same time. We don't go by a schedule. We go by content. That being said, next week's playoffs, expect someone on, or maybe not.
Yeah, by next week, or at least in 7 days from now.
By next week, my child worker will have made the graphics.
By next week, if it's Friday next week, I will not have a right arm.
That's true.
Yeah. So
That'd be
if it's
good
before
content.
Friday, I'll still have my right arm. I'll update you guys on how that goes. If I'm not dead, if I am dead, that's 2 podcast hosts dead, and I think that Spark is a curse. So
I'm accidentally killing the podcast host for content.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ending it. That fucking Bob Waffle comment.